I specifically remember desperately wanting to be the coolest kid in elementary school. And you ever do those things that you think are going to help you get there? These over performative gestures you think will help you climb up the social ladder, but it's honestly just this unexplainable 8-year-old drivel that didn't get you any more friends. It didn't do anything. What you did get was the fucking shakes. Thinking about it 15 years later. So I got one of those chocolate touch phones. You remember the chocolate touch? That was like pre-iPhone. It was pre-me getting an iPhone. The chocolate touch kind of occupies that same boat as what, the BlackBerry? Yeah, it's about time they start making nostalgic subreddits for the chocolate touch in the BlackBerry. See, the friggin' kids these days, they don't know BlackBerry like I know BlackBerry. All they know is friggin' NordVPN. The chocolate touch is so funny because it comes at this time. Y'all remember the era where everybody you were competing to see who had the best ringtone? And you could probably just buy a high quality ringtone from the store, but one of my favorite things about the chocolate touch is you could manually record your ringtone. Stop recording right there. It's like this perfectly curated, meticulously crafted piece of art. So I would sit at the family computer in the living room, just trying not to make a sound, working on this 10-minute long cut of the Mario 64 castle theme. My mom would come walking in whistling. She's like, "Hey, honey, do you want some chicken?" "Oh, Mom, I'm trying to record my ringtone. Shut the fuck up." And also, I'm at the 9-minute mark. Guess I'm starting from scratch. Thanks. Guess since you brought it up, I will take the Stegosaurus Dino Nugs. Now get out of my studio. But really, I would be sitting at this desk recording like 20 ringtones. It was so unnecessary. And I know my mindset was like, hey, if these first 19 fail me, if I'm ever in a tight spot, let's play it safe. Don't want to make any mistakes. Let's go ahead and get 20. Mind you, these ringtones were not for practical use or efficiency. There was no SIM card in this phone. I was not granted cellular access. It was just this used like Wi-Fi paperweight that my mom gave me. It was like, here you go. And I was thinking, oh, I am so gonna change the backgrounds and play Sims Mobile. Was just woohooing my ass off. But that was until I found you could record those ringtones in case I was ever in a sticky situation that needed the main theme to Frogger's Adventure on GameCube. I was packing heat. It's so funny how important ringtones were. You'd be bringing them to school. You're like, hey, check this out. And it's just the Smosh intro. Shut up! Recorded through the bad phone microphone. Sourced from the bad computer speakers. You show it off to the boys and it just sounds like... I think this was a separate story, but I also had one of those flip phones. And this was pre-Chocolate Touch era, which was pre-iPhone era. Like if you remember the 1840s. And yet again, another phone with no cellular service. I think it was a hand-me-down from my parents. They just gave it to me because I think I liked playing the bowling game on it. And I remember the ringtone on this one being that, blame it on the alcohol. Fucking blame what? Blame what on the fucking alcohol? Not cleaning your room? Man, I remember having this one friend in elementary school, and we would talk about the recently released Alvin and the Chipmunks CGI movies with Jason Lee, and then they had the second one, which was called Alvin and the Chipmunks the Squeakquel, and in this one they have the totally freaking hot girl chipmunks. Relax though, hot for 5th grade. It was just a phase. The girl chipmunks, my life is a teenage robot girl, and the girl from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Okay, just those three, and I'm going cold turkey. I'm done. So anyway, Christmas rolls around, and I use some of my Christmas cash, if you will, to purchase a DVD copy of Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel, and I bring it to fucking school. And for whatever reason, this is somehow worse. It was not like a show and tell type thing, but my friend and I, we rode on the same bus, and I unzipped my bag, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who fucking put this in here? And my friend was like, what? Whoa, oh my god, the girl. And now I have to come to fucking terms with that. I did that shit. I put the DVD copy of the fucking Squeakquel in my backpack. And I was, who stealth put that in my backpack last night? That wasn't me. Trying to look cool? Jesus Christ, the dumbass things you do just to look cool. Computer class was like another big time in my life. I think I remember computer class more than almost anything else. I remember you'd finish your work, or don't if you're me. But I'd open up another tab and try to break through the school firewall to watch YouTube videos, mainly just to listen to music while I was on addicting games or something. And I would listen to stuff like Crush 40, Open Your Heart. And I tried to use every viable search option that didn't allude to the fact that it was Sonic music, because I know if I clicked on the video, I'd have to immediately click off the tab so the cute girl next to me doesn't see the embarrassing ass Sonic pose looking at both of us. Browser flash games were so dope. I know, at least in my time, we kind of started with Fun Brain. You shift up to Cool Math Games. And then in high school, of course, Addicting Games is one of the biggest ones. But I was always on the search for newer ones, and I'd put my friends onto them. I was a freaking dealer, man. I wanted the best product. And that's when you start getting to kind of the delinquent sites, like games you should not be playing at school, like wildly inappropriate. I also had a buddy who I think he got like in-school suspension for typing and entering fuck.com. They knew what we were typing in. All I'm saying is fuck.com? Not enough information, frankly. Like fuck what? Then we'll dictate the punishment. So here's some advice to the kids. Stop trying to look cool. Just be yourself. That is, unless you want to be popular and cool, then yeah, definitely be somebody else.